Hey, Nick. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Jeff.
Sorry for being late. Sorry for not reading the lesson. I've been just terrible sick all week. So,
Oh,
you know,
sorry to hear.
flu, cold, junk, too many airports, too many people. I guess I don't know something, but anyhow, wow. So I'm gonna listen to the discussion tonight because I haven't. I'm just opening the lesson up for the first time. So,
Okay, it's pretty straightforward.
okay.
Yeah.
But I'll just get us kicked off with a prayer so we could kind of wrap this thing up a little bit early so we all,
Mm-hmm.
get to bed and stuff. But then, Father, we thank you for this day. We are grateful that we have the opportunity to come together as a group, talk about this week's case study about Barbara Norris. Father, please watch over Jeff as he's under the weather, that he can feel better, and please watch over Gustavo, that he can know that we're here for him if he needs any help. And Father, we love you so much and say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Have you heard from Gustavo at all? Anybody or?
No.
I don't know. What's up?
I know last week he was sick, so I don't know if this week is similar or, but anyway, let's see. So they want us to just kind of talk about the root problems she is facing.
Yes.
So we'll just do that real quickly, I guess, to help Jeff kind of understand.
Thank you.
I think she faces I think the employees are being overworked. They don't feel valued. Some feel undercompensated. And there's a lack of teamwork, yeah, or team bonding,
Yeah. Basically, Barbara Norris just decided as what's the name of the church? As the nurse manager for the general surgery unit at the Eastern Massachusetts University Hospital. So everybody told her that she shouldn't accept this position because this unit specifically was very problematic, and there were a lot of rumors about how there were people with favoritism, people complaining that there, as Nick mentioned, that there's no teamwork, not really value for the employees, for the nurses, that they couldn't count on each other because they were always complaining about the other on their backs, because the old nurses were complaining about the new ones, and also they were complaining about the patient care assistants. So basically it's just very problematic, and like at the beginning nobody wanted to address that, but Barbara Norris accepted the position. I mean, she studied to get there, and she went through the process to apply for this position, and she was chosen. But, well, one of the nurses at her previous unit told her to don't accept that because, it was going to be very difficult. But she wanted to do so because it was a challenge, and she wanted to see if she could do it, if she could really make a difference. So basically, this is what she found.
Yes. Sorry. Was
Sounds
someone
like an
Yeah. Was it like a airplane or something? Sorry. I was just laughing at that. Anyway, yeah, no, I think you're right. That kind of leads into the next question. How do you think that how well she has done in the first month? And was she a good choice?
I think she was a good choice
Mm-hmm.
because of her willingness to do something different and to really listen to what people were saying.
Mm-hmm.
She had the mentoring in, I don't remember the name of the mentor, but she had a previous mentor, her previous boss, Betty, I think the name was. And she kind of learned how to be a good leader from that. So I think she was a good choice. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm making like a parallel, relation within what we are reading in the book right now and this case, and it's like it's kind of the same thing, but this
Mm-hmm.
is way more difficult to handle. Like the other one seems now pretty easy compared to this, and it's the same, unwillingness to work as a team and to really face their problems. So I think she was a good choice, but I'm not sure if she's doing well in this first month. Just as Catherine in the book, I don't think they're kind of doing right now something different.
Yeah. I think you're right that she was the good choice for the position. She knew, like it's stated in the case study somewhere, that she knew it was going to be a difficult job, but that um, she wanted to do it anyway. And so I think that shows a lot of like courage. And I think
Yeah.
you're, oh, what the heck? Sorry,
Don't worry.
I have
And
a
also she got
scanner.
the studies.
Yeah,
So
no, yeah, and I think that group meeting was very important.
yeah.
That really helped her understand what she now can go and like try to like analyze. You know,
Hmm.
so instead of just like making changes that she thinks that needs to be made, like there are changes that the group members feel like that need to be made. You know.
Yeah, and also because she's the new one in the group, right? So she really was. I think that she was a good choice as well because she was able to really listen what the people needed, what the team needed. And if she wasn't a good choice, she would just make changes without even knowing what the position was for the unit, just randomly.
Yep. Exactly. Um, okay, so let's see. What three obstacles to affecting change Nora should anticipate, and how should she address them?
I'm not sure if this has something to do with the other reading,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's basically the four of them, not just three.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because they don't have a reward system, so they don't feel loved or appreciated at work. They don't have a bond culture, so they really don't help each other at all. I don't know. That's probably the most difficult part for me because I kind of over here I've heard that medicine, like the career to be a doctor, medicine it's kind of like that over here. Like doctors just throw you to the water directly. They don't help you that much.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if it's the career in general or just a coincidence, but over here it's like that. And also I feel like they really have this problem with the fan with because they feel like there's no transparency at all. They feel like there's a lot of favoritism, and even with those administration duties that they had to do, I feel like if maybe you put someone to do it, they will feel like, oh, she's doing it because she is friend of da da da, or because I don't know, but I feel like those are the three main problems in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the the team has issues with other team members,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that like they might have issues when they make changes that like the senior members may not like the changes because
Yeah.
they want to keep the ways that they do things, right?
Yeah. They don't embrace the change. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like just I mean that's human nature,
Yeah.
you've been doing something for so long. So but some other obstacles. I think even if she makes these changes, some people might not
Like them.
like them,
Mm-hmm.
or like, well, but yeah, like some people might not like the changes and might like quit or something if they feel like they're not being treated fairly or like nothing happened because of these changes. And I think another big problem would be um, maybe trying to get that block lifted so that she can hire more employees. Because like
Yeah, and
there's a hard block right now.
that it's a tricky one as well because okay, let's say that they lift the hiring block, but what will it have? I mean, who are they going to hire, right? Are they going to hire a new nurse, a new administrative assistant? Like they have to think about it, and I don't know why, but I feel like it's gonna be a fight just to decide that as well. Like everything is very chaotic, and I'm really trying to put myself on nurse Nori's shoes, and I just don't know where even to start.
Yeah, it's tough. But I think I think people the nurses, the RNs feel like they want to help the patients. Like the patients is their biggest priority.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like that's the most important thing. And I think as she makes changes to do that, um, the RNs will correspond to that and agree to those changes and work together to make it a better place, I think. So
Yes.
okay, so let's see. Create an action plan for Norris. What are the specifics of your plan? I we do this one thing at my work. It's called Secret Pals. Um, so everybody has their own. Everyone's paired up with somebody in the office, and you don't have to buy anything, but you can buy them like their favorite candies if you want, or you can buy them little other treats if they like. But you could also um, write like nice notes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good way to build camaraderie. You know.
Yeah, Yeah, it's also like to show others appreciation, right? It, I don't know. I feel like the hospital itself won't be able to do something very outstanding, but I don't know. Maybe also not just from from the companions, but also from herself, from Nurse Norris, because I don't know. She can do like a card or something like that. I really like the fact that the second nurse, I think, she was complaining that there wasn't even like verbal recognition. And I thought
Mm-hmm.
about it, and like when she stood up, Nurse Norris knew immediately like she was very good at with technology. So why nobody addressed that? I was telling my sister actually because she's the seminary teacher. She has one student, so we're making fun because our ward has two seminary classes, right? One, it's my sister's class because of geographical distance, and the other one has like 20 or 15 members
Mm-hmm.
of the class. So she was like, yeah, the other teacher is going to have a meeting with the parents because of the difficulties that they are having. And I'm like, so you're not having, right? Because your only student it's coming. Yes, I'm not having. She's great. And I was like, why don't you tell her parents that? I mean, it's okay. We all make meetings to complain, but why don't you tell her that she's doing great and that you're appreciating what they're doing because she's great? And she was like, oh, that's true. We can do that. I think that's something that they can do as well. I mean, doesn't necessarily have to be something they can do something small like a chocolate
Mm-hmm.
for nurse, but just telling people that they're doing a great job. I think that could also make a big improvement.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure. Well, for detention in the hospital, I'm not sure if that would be a great idea because they may look like favoritism. So
I don't know,
Yeah.
something that still would make a big difference. I don't, any way you look at it. I mean, it's a small thing, but it makes a big impression to many people.
okay,
Yeah. Another thing I thought I don't know how hospitals work
yeah, me
exactly,
neither.
but one idea I had was pairing people in teams. So that way you have Miss Norris, who's the leader, but then you also have several senior people below her who can help train and advise other the junior RNs who just started working out, who they want to make a difference in everything, and they might be a little bit better with the technology, but the senior RNs may have been around and they have more knowledge about taking care of people, and be able to offer some advice, and that way junior person has somebody to go straight to directly to ask for advice. There's just
Mm,
some risk there if uh if a senior member doesn't want to hang out with the junior
with this.
member, or,
Uh-huh.
or be the junior member.
Yeah, but I think that as you mentioned, they can also kind of give responsibilities. Like the seniors know already that they have to teach the junior, but maybe to make it something like a position without being a position, like just a responsibility. I don't know how to call it. Mm. But basically, yeah, like yeah, it's not a position, not a new position, but just like yeah, not all the senior nurses are mentors, but some of them are, and like you as a junior, you can go to her, something like that. How would you call it? It's not a new position. It's but something like that. I think that will also help
Mm-hmm.
to not to show favoritism, but to show them that they do appreciate what they're doing. and because of this appreciation, they are taken in consideration to be something else. These mentors.
Mm-hmm. Well, good. Let's see. That's pretty much it on our end about what we have to do. Those are all the questions. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to add?
Thanks for your conversation dialogue. I will read the information by tomorrow night and submit my stuff. So.
No worries. It happens. You know,
Yes.
everybody gets sick, so it's not a big project or anything. But there is. It does say consider the following about the 4 drive theory: the drive to acquire, the drive to bond, the drive to comprehend, and the drive to defend. You know, those are some additional things that you can consider. You know, how does the hospital's cultural or reward system or job design or performance management system, you know, fulfill those 4 different drives? If you go to the group discuss an agenda as if you were the leader, they have some questions that you could, I guess, think about that might help if you want. But I think this week's lesson was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It's not too difficult.
Don't worry, and I hope you feel better.
Oh, I will. Just just keep taking the drugs. A lot of rest, a lot of chicken soup. There we go.
A lot of drugs. It's good.
Right.
So, alrighty, guys. Well, we will. If you guys need anything, let me know. But I'll stop the